I hated ping pong actually. Like growing up in school, like in high school, there was like a ping pong club in the lunchroom. So I remember I was playing basketball, football. I played tennis, played volleyball, wrestling, and I remember I would come through the lunchroom and see these kids playing ping pong, and I used to make fun of them. And I'm like, oh man,
Fucking
yeah,
nerds.
it's so crazy. Look at these kids with short shorts and a stick. I was like, oh my god, what is this, right? So I hated this sport, right? So during the off season of my sports, I started shooting pool. I got into pool. Like I liked pool a lot, and I went to a billiards hall, not billiards hall, a billiards store, and I had bought a pool stick, right, for a little bit of money, and then I went back a week later, and then stole another one. So I switched the pool stick out for another pool stick, right, and so now I had this really nice pool stick, which gave me the idea that I was good at pool, and I really wasn't. I was okay. And I got hustled for some money at a pool hall, money that I really didn't have. But you know, I was always man of my word. If I lost the bet, pay up. So I lost the bet, and I got a little pissed off, and I took the pool stick and I hit it on the pool table, and it cracked. Like the pool stick just cracked. So I was even more angry, and then I turn around, I look, and I see some Asian kids playing ping pong. Right, so the pool had a ping pong table, right? So I look over there, and I don't know. I think I was more being a bully. I was probably being a bully because I don't think I really wanted to play ping pong.
Yeah.
I went over there and I was like, "Hey, I want to get a hit." I didn't even ask. I was like, "I want to get a hit," and the guy was like, "You play?" I was like, "No, I don't play this." and he gave me the paddle, and then out of anger, I had played tennis also, so I knew how to hold it somewhat.
Right.
And out of anger, it was more me just trying to lash out at the ball because I broke my pool stick, and the ball went on the table. The guy goes, "Oh man, wow, you play?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't play this." He was like, "Yo, you should go check out this club. There's a club downtown. I mean, in Midtown Manhattan. You should go check it out. It's a ping pong club." And I was like, "There's a ping pong club? What do you mean? There's a place where people go and play this?" Like couldn't believe it. He was like, "Yeah, it is." So I was like, "Really?" So I wanted to go check it out because I just wanted to see. I couldn't believe that there was a place where pro ping pong players played. So, and you know, I was an athlete, right? So I played every sport. So I was like, there's pros that play this? No way, it's impossible. So I go down, I go check it out, and I go inside this pool hall, right? And huge pool hall. And then it's like, I think it was like 6 tables. And people were playing like, bomb, 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 bomb. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I was like, whoa, this is nuts. This is some next level stuff. So I wanted to play right away, right? Because I'm a seasoned athlete. I want to play.
Right.
Nobody would play with me. They were like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I got to go somewhere. And they would play with someone else. And then I would get so tight. And all I kept thinking in my mind was like, these motherfuckers don't know me, man. I would shoot up this whole place. Like I was so tight. I was like, yo, what the? So I would just keep going. So I'm a kind of person, I like to go where people don't want me. If you don't want me there, I will be there, right in your face. Like,
so you got to that, a table tennis club or
so
something.
I went to the club.
And no one wanted to fuck with you. No one wanted to play a game with you.
No one. Everyone was like being an ass. So this dude came in, and I think maybe it was his first time at the club, and he saw me sitting there, and he came up to me and goes, "Hey, do you have a partner?" And I was like, "Nah, not really." And he goes, "If you play with me like 2 or 3 times a week, I can pay you $20. And I was like, "What? $20? So for me, that was a hustle. With $20, wait a minute, you know, just to play ping pong, because I could hit. You know, I'm an athlete. I can play any sport. Doesn't matter. So I was like, all right. So I would play with this guy, you know, maybe 2 times a week, 3 times a week, and he paid me $20, right? And then we'd talk a little bit. You know, he would ask me about my family, and I was like, and I would tell him about my gang and stuff like that. And you know, we became chill, right? And then, but for him, it was more like TV, right? Because like, if you don't know anyone who's ever lived that kind of life or been in those kind of situations, then it's TV. It's a TV show, right? I mean, most people have never been around guns or gangs or been shot at or you know, that kind of thing. So, but they've seen it on TV or in a movie, right? So when I was telling him stuff, he was more or less thinking this was like TV. So he wasn't taking me serious.
Weren't you worried that he might be a cop?
Nah, because
No?
because we can tell cops immediately.
What kind of shit were you doing for money? Like, what were you doing for work? What were you doing?
I didn't have money. I was broke, man. So that's
why
why
you didn't have to make money like in the gang. You guys didn't do anything.
Oh no, I never got into the drug thing and the selling stuff.
Never?
No, never.
Really?
I never even did drugs back then.
They let you be in the gang without doing any of that stuff?
Because I fight.
Oh, because you were a fighter.
I fight. You know, if
you just fuck people up and they wanted to keep you around.
Like if people had beef, like I wasn't afraid to bust off. Like, you know, let's do it. So, but I never got into that side, right? And with the drug stuff, like I never. For some reason, I just never. I mean, I didn't even drink alcohol until like.
What about like jacking cars or anything?
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
I got caught once for that shit.
So what happened after you started hanging out with this dude in the pool hall? He's paying you $20 every time you play with him.
So the $20 was a hustle for me. So, you know, it was good. It was how I could eat. I got $20 now. You know.
Every day, every week. What was it?
Like it was like maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay.
So I was getting like $60 a week, man, to play fucking ping pong. You know.
Yeah.
So you know, I mean, what I did do a lot when I was young, I did a lot of stealing. Like a lot of fucking stealing, a lot.
Like from people's houses or from where?
Yo,
what'd you steal from?
I never broke into people's houses, but we would jack people up on a train,
rob people, yeah.
We go on a train, maybe like 5 or 6 of us deep on a train, and there'll be someone sitting down, and you know, if 5 people come around, people can't see really what's going on until it's too late. So that I did a lot. I did. And then just stealing shit from the stores and stuff like that, trying to see how much, what's the most expensive thing we could get out of the stores, you know, like that. But yeah, but anyway,
like would you get shit just to keep it, or would you sell it to make
both
money?
Yeah. Sell it, keep it, but mostly sell it, you know, to make some money and stuff like that. But yeah, so this guy, you know, he's paying me this $20, and like I said before, he really didn't understand how serious what I was into. For him, it was like I get the feeling for him it was like TV, and he just kind of like yeah, whatever. So
you were entertaining him.
One day I went to the club to go meet him, and I had a 22 in my bag, and it kind of like fell out of the bag, and right in front of him, which really sucked, and then. He looked at it, then he looked at me, and the look on his face was just weird, man. It was weird. It was just like, I think everything that I've been talking about, I just hit him right there, and then he was like, and then before he said anything, I picked it up. I was like, I gotta go, because at that point, then I was a little worried because you don't know, maybe. He freak out and call the police. You don't know. And I don't want to stay around. I never stay around to find out what goes on. So I picked it up and said, yo, I'm out. And I just left. And the first thing I thought about was like, yo, there goes my $20. Damn. I was like, yo, $20 hustle is done for sure. Then the guy, that's it.
But I was going to say, you were talking to him about doing all this stuff. I mean, he knew that you were, you know, gun violence was in your life. You didn't stop to think like, you know, maybe this guy understands this.
You know, most times, if people's never been in a situation, how can someone understand that a 13-year-old kid could have guns, right?
Yeah.
If you've never been in a situation, or you've never been around kids that have that mentality, then there's no way that you can understand it, right? But if you look at history in some countries, kids are like 12, right? 10, 9, right? And they're been stolen and put in wars at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? I never had no big guns. Like these kids walking around with big guns, right?
Yeah. So automatic rifles and shit.
So like if you don't know anyone in that lifestyle, then it's very hard to comprehend. You know, for him, he was probably saying, maybe he's having some problems, but it's not that serious.
So after you dropped your gun in front of this guy and you took off, what happened? Like you obviously stayed. I mean, you obviously kept.
Yeah. So
kept
I thought
playing ping pong.
Actually, my ping pong was gonna end then.
Oh yeah, you had no plan to do it again.
No, Zero.
Because you didn't really care for it.
No, and plus I was not going to go back there. I'm not going
Right.
to go back there. You crazy? I don't know who else saw that. So after 2 days later, the guy calls me and says, "Hey, are we still playing?" And I was like, "What?" So then I was a little worried in the beginning, but then it was $20. The money overrules the worry.
Mm-hmm.
So and you see that all the time with a lot of like drug dealers, you know, stop right there, but nah, you know what? I'm gonna go get that one more because I need that money, and then boom, you get caught.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, it's $20. You know what?
$20 is worth the risk.
It's worth the risk. Let's go. So I went and I played with the guy, and the thing that was very interesting, he never gave me I never got a lecture from this dude. He never said like, "Yo, what are you doing? You're gonna ruin your life. You shouldn't do that," because then I would have just bounced, and I was like, "Yo, I don't want to hear you." But he never ever said anything like it. Almost like it is weird. It was almost like it didn't happen. He never talked about it. He never mentioned anything. He never said.
And you were afraid that he was going to bring it up.
I was always afraid he was going to bring it up.
Right.
I was waiting for him to bring it up.
Right.
I was waiting, but it never came. He never said. He just played with me, and then he says, "Hey, I want to invite you to my house." I was like, "What?" And so he.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly.